In addition to the cautionary note regarding forward-looking statements and imagery, please see cautionary language on our website at www.trilogymetals.com. This video shows our future plans to build a mine at Arctic. It is clearly forward-looking, and much work lies ahead to make this a reality. Trilogy Metals is developing the Ambler Mining District in Alaska to produce copper, zinc, lead, gold, silver, and cobalt, all metals necessary to support our modern way of life. Alaska feels the effects of climate change more than any other region in the United States. The Paris Accord on Climate Change identified meaningful actions to reduce carbon dioxide emissions and slow down climate change. Use more alternative forms of energy such as wind, solar, hydro, nuclear, and geothermal, and replace the internal combustion engine with electric vehicles. Both of these transitions will take approximately 5 times more copper than conventional energy and transportation to achieve. Copper is essential to building a carbon-free, sustainable energy future. So, where is copper mined today? 35% comes from Central Africa, where corruption, child labor, and poor working conditions are common. And 35% comes from the Andean copper belt of South America, where mines use precious water necessary for farming and other critical applications. This sometimes causes social unrest and even violent protests. The Ambler Mining District, located in northwestern Alaska, is another location blessed with abundant copper. Shortly after Alaska became a state, these lands were chosen specifically to develop their mineral potential by the state of Alaska. In addition, NANA Regional Corporation also selected lands for the mineral potential as a result of the Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act, or ANCSA. The Ambler District is rich in copper, zinc, lead, cobalt, gold, and silver. There are dozens of known deposits in the Ambler District, including Arctic, Sun, Sunshine, Smucker, and Bornite. To date, billions of pounds of copper have been discovered, and more exploration will likely lead to more discoveries. Since 2004, Trilogy has expended over $100 million exploring the district. At Arctic, Trilogy is conducting a feasibility study and readying the project for permitting. Meanwhile, continued exploration at Bornite is proving up more copper and cobalt resources in the hopes of defining a second world-class deposit. The Arctic deposit sits under the first set of foothills that make up the Brooks Range. The rocks that host Arctic are over 350 million years old, deposited on an ancient seafloor. Drilling at Arctic has identified a probable mineral reserve containing 43 million metric tons grading 2.3% copper, 3.2% zinc, 0.6% lead, half a gram of gold, and over an ounce of silver, making it one of the highest grade open-pit copper resources in the world. A total of 163 drill holes define the extent of mineralization. In addition, detailed studies on the hydrology, geochemistry, and rock mechanics for pit slope stability studies, along with extensive environmental baseline information, have been carried out. Arctic is planned to be mined as an open-pit surface mine. The strip ratio is expected to be 7:1, meaning that 7 tons of unmineralized rock will be mined for every ton of ore. This ensures maximum recovery of the copper-bearing rock. Ores will be processed in a mill, while unmineralized rock and tailings will be deposited in a tailings and rock storage facility. At the end of the mine life, the area will undergo reclamation, as discussed later in this video. We anticipate that the mining process will start with drilling and blasting to break up the rock into smaller pieces that can be loaded onto large haul trucks carrying 100 tons of material. The non-mineralized rock will be hauled to a material storage site located near the head of the valley. The ore-grade material will be hauled to a crusher for further size reduction. The crusher and coarse ore stockpile will be housed in buildings to help prevent fugitive dust contamination. The ore will be fed to a semi-autogenous grinding mill, or SAG mill, followed by further grinding in a ball mill. The mills will grind the crushed ore fragments into fine, silty material. Flotation tanks separate the metals into 3 concentrates: a copper concentrate, a zinc concentrate, and a lead concentrate containing most of the gold and silver. The current plans are for the concentrates to be stored in a storage shed where they will be loaded into special concentrate containers with locking lids. This is designed to prevent any loss of concentrate to the environment. Note that the trucks would not enter the concentrate shed and therefore will not be contaminated with metal dust. The containers will then be loaded onto flatbed trucks. Trilogy intends that concentrates will be hauled along the proposed Ambler Mining District Industrial Access Road, also known as AMDIAP, a 211-mile private road currently being permitted and planned to be built by the Alaska Industrial Development Export Authority, or ADA. This proposed road will connect to the Dalton Highway near Coldfoot. Bridges will be built high enough for traditional river access for hunting and fishing. During caribou migration season in the fall, trucks will stop to allow the migration to proceed unhindered. This practice has been demonstrated to be effective over a 30-year operating period at the Red Dog Mine. At the Dalton Highway, a security gate and guard station will ensure that the AMDIAP remains a private road for commercial use only. No public access for hunting and fishing would be allowed. Approximately 40 trucks per day will haul concentrates to Fairbanks, where they will be unloaded and stacked until ready to be reloaded onto flatbed rail cars for the journey to a year-round port in south-central Alaska. At the port, containers will be unloaded and stacked until they are emptied into bulk shipping carriers. A special rotobox mechanism fitted to an overhead crane will pick up the concentrate boxes and lift them into position, opening the lid and depositing the concentrate directly into the ship hold. This approach is designed to minimize dust pollution. Approximately 500,000 tons of concentrate is planned to be shipped per year. The concentrate will likely be transported to Korea, Japan, and China, where ample smelting capacity exists to process the concentrates into usable metals necessary to sustain our modern lifestyle. We expect that approximately 450 jobs will be needed at the Arctic mine. More should the Bornite project be developed. These jobs include haul truck drivers, mechanics, heavy equipment operators, drillers and blasters, maintenance and inventory specialists, electricians, millwrights, carpenters, accountants, chefs and caterers, nurses and EMTs, communications and IT experts, along with engineers, geologists, environmental scientists, and managers. The jobs go beyond the mines. By using the existing infrastructure in Alaska, there would be jobs all along the transportation route. For example, 24 people will be needed at 3 maintenance stations, several more at the security gate, a dozen in Fairbanks for transport and transfer to the Alaska Railroad, and finally, at the port in south-central Alaska to load the ships bound for Asia. Developing the Ambler Mining District will create hundreds of jobs throughout Alaska and help maintain Alaska's important transportation infrastructure. In Alaska, mining requires a rigorous permitting process involving state and federal agencies and the Northwest Arctic Bureau. Trilogy plans to initiate this process in 2019. A detailed reclamation plan is an integral part of the permitting process, and a multi-million-dollar bond will be required to ensure this reclamation work will be completed, including water treatment and long-term monitoring. Trilogy is committed to developing the Ambler Mining District in a responsible manner, with the utmost attention paid to maintaining the subsistence lifestyle of the local Inupiaq and Athabaskan residents, Alaska's first people. Copper and cobalt mined in the Ambler district can be used to generate clean, non-carbon forms of energy generation, or in emission-free electric vehicles. Alternative energy and electric vehicles are part of the solution to meaningfully address climate change and air pollution, issues that we all care about and must change for a better future. This video represents our plan to develop the Arctic deposit. If you have any questions, please contact us at info@trilogymetals.com. Thank you.